All right, welcome back. We are just working with relative offsets today. So we're going to get a element and move it based on where it is relatively positioned. Instead of having it inline, we're going to move it offset to the side a little bit. So we'll just add some elements here. We're going to put a H2 and then we're going to put a P tag down here and then have a look what they look like. So these are sitting kind of just in line with each other. For example, we can move this H2 by setting its position to relative. So if we just go H2 and then go position relative, that means we can move it in relation to its original area. If you set position to relative, you can then offset it. So if you wanted to go top and then 10 pixels, it'll actually move it down 10 pixels from where it was in the first place. If you don't have this position relative, then it won't let you do that. So I'll just inspect that one. Let's have a look. And then you can see if we put this position, I'll turn this refresher is always a problem when I forget not to turn it off. So then if we put position relative back on and it moves down, you can see it's kind of, can we see it's actually moving there, and then we can actually move it dynamically almost. Man, this console window is tiny. Yeah, so here, if we go into these elements, you can just kind of press the up arrow to move it to top. So it'll move from the top that many pixels. And then if we wanted to inset it from the left, we just add a left and another 20 pixels, and then you can move it all the way around. And even if you wanted to sit it over other elements, you could do that as well, because its anchor is actually back where it first was. So even though it's moving relative from its original position. So yes, that is how you move elements. So if we wanted to move this P tag above the H2, it actually gets really complicated if you start doing that, but you can. Then we just put this over here because that's where we wanted that one. I think we'll go left back to 10 and then re-indent that. And then if we wanted to move the P, we can do that as well. We can go position relative on P, and then we can move that one up even. So then it gets really complicated. That's just moving them offset a little bit. And then instead of 35, we can go negative 35, which then moves the P tag above the H2, which could be useful if you can't edit the HTML and you still want to move things around. But then it does make them, because their original positions are still calculating this down the bottom and that up the top, it can do funny things when you're moving things around. But yes, that is relative positioning of items. This can be quite good if you use it on things like images or that kind of thing. Like if you need to move like an icon slightly over, you can set it to relative and then move it slightly in its original location just to get things to look just right within their own positions. So there you go. A bit of a quick one today. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.